What's going on, gamers? It's DiggsGaming. Welcome back to Off Hunting's Gaming News. Got a few things we need to talk about. Shouldn't take too long, and I'm not wasting any more of your time. I'm going to jump right in. All right, and the first thing we need to talk about is an update on the Activision-Blizzard situation that's going on with the lawsuits and all the fallout from that. Well, Activision-Blizzard's CEO has decided that he will take the California minimum wage for a salaried employee until transformational gender-related goals are met within the company. And for those of you that don't know, the California minimum wage for salaried employees is $62,500 yearly, which is a pretty big pay cut on what their CEO was making at the time. And he's also claimed that he is not going to receive any bonuses or granted any equity during this time. Take that for what you will. You can either take his word on that or not. And he said in a statement, "I truly wish not a single employee has had an experience at work that resulted in hurt, humiliation, or worse. And to those who were affected, I sincerely apologize. You have my commitment that we will do everything possible to honor our values and create the workplace every member of this team deserves." And he's also laid out what he wants to accomplish. He has 5 goals in mind. One is launching a new zero-tolerance harassment policy company-wide. 2, increase the percentage of women and non-binary people in our workforce by 50% and will invest $250 million to accelerate opportunities for diverse talent. 3, based on feedback from their employees, they are waiving the required arbitration of sexual harassment and discrimination claims. 4, we will continue to increase visibility on pay equity. And 5, we will provide regular progress updates. Okay, that's a lot to take in. And my thoughts on this is, it's a step in the right direction. Now, look, they still have a long way to go with this, but the fact that the CEO is now willing to take the California minimum wage for a salaried employee without any bonuses or equity, again, take that for what you will. He's claimed that. You can believe that or you can't. We'll see. But we're still a long way from this really being settled. We're still going to be a long way from that. But the fact is, they're taking the right steps. This is a good step to take. Now, let's see if they can continue making the right steps. Hopefully, they will. Our second bit of news is Guardians of the Galaxy has come out. And I am shocked Square Enix did not mess this up like they messed up Avengers. First things first, they settled on the right kind of game for Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, it's a single-player linear game. That's what Guardians of the Galaxy is. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I've always loved single-player games. So I do not have a problem with this. And it's the right game for Guardians of the Galaxy when you know just what this team is. And basically what the story is, this is basically the Guardians trying to get out of debt and working together, basically. And I like that. I really do. To the point, nothing too crazy, but you also get to learn a little bit more about Peter Quill and his backstory a little bit. Remember, you can only play as Star-Lord, but you can use the other Guardians as like these powered up moves. And I do like that. I was a little concerned when they announced that Star-Lord was going to be the only character you were going to play as, but understanding now how the game works, I kind of like it. And again, I'm just shocked that this game turned out as good as it did. I haven't gotten it yet, but after hearing the reviews, I think I will get this at some point. I think I will get this game. You know, this is a game that could have been a disaster like the Avengers, but Square Enix and Eidos Montreal, they settled on the right thing for this game, and it worked out. That's pretty good. Last week, I talked about Xbox and how they may be buying more studios going forward. Well, it's only fair that now I talk about Sony and how they could be doing the same thing. In a statement, Hiroki Totoki has stated that going forward, we plan to leverage these studios to increase the development capacity of PlayStation studios and to use the expertise necessary to deploy games to PC and mobile devices. As a result of the acquisitions announced at the beginning of the fiscal year, the number of PlayStation studios will increase by 4 to 16, and the number of developers will increase by almost 20%. We plan to continue to aggressively invest in our development capacity going forward. And also, the numbers for the latest financial quarter for Sony have been released, and the numbers are up. the numbers are up for PlayStation. I said Sony, I meant PlayStation, my bad. But yeah, I mean, things are really looking good for PlayStation right now. And I really like what they're saying. And the fact is, are they done buying developers? No, they're not done by any stretch of the imagination. Now, lately they bought Housemarque, Nixxes, Firesprite, and Bluepoint. And Nixxes, this is an important one because pretty much this is going to be used for their PC ports. And they said they want to use the expertise necessary to deploy against the PC and mobile devices. And with their games going on PC, they also announced PlayStation PC specifically designed for that. So Nixxes, I mean, that's pretty much what they were bought for. Put games from PlayStation onto PC. And we know they've been taking this seriously because, well, God of War just got announced for PC. We know Uncharted's coming to PC. They already put Horizon Zero Dawn on PC and a few other games. They're really taking this seriously. Now, the only question is it just going to be Nexus, or will they try to use their first-party developers to help out as well? Personally, I don't think the first-party developers should be anywhere near the PC ports of the games. Let other companies handle the PC ports. Just let the first-party developers handle pretty much the games are going on PlayStation console. Hopefully that's what they do. I think that's what they're going to do because they've always made smart decisions when it comes to that. However, we're just going to have to see and wait to find out. So I'm recording this on Halloween, and during the week, we got the announcement that Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield are appearing in Fortnite. Does this shock me? No. First of all, like I said, this was announced during the week of Halloween. Second of all, the game franchises are from Resident Evil. It's one of the biggest franchises in the world, and when you have Fortnite, right now one of the biggest games in the world, it just made sense for them to do that. So you're going to have Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield in Fortnite. If you're a Fortnite player that likes Resident Evil, yeah, this will make you happy. A story that's a little personal to me, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, has already remade its development costs after being out for only a month. That is pretty good. And why that's pretty good right now? Well, take a look at Avengers. That's been out for a while. That still has not turned a profit. And Kena was able to do that in a month. I mean, this game turned out really well. Ember Labs did a great job with this game. And again, I said I would not be surprised if it's up for a game award this year. I mean, this game was absolutely amazing. I am so happy it's remade its development costs. Ember Labs, you should definitely pat yourselves on the back for this. Great job. Just a great job with this game. And our final news story is the PlayStation State of Play. Now, people found this a little disappointing. And to be honest, I did too. I thought it was going to be a little bit better than what we got. It's not that the games are terrible, what we saw. It's just that you didn't really see any big titles. And PlayStation did let us know that this was going to be a third-party State of Play. This wasn't going to have any first-party games in there. But, I mean, even with third party, we were expecting like maybe something. I mean, we heard Gotham Knights, we heard Hogwarts Legacy, we heard a few games that, yeah, that would have been great to put in here. But this is what we got. They start off with Deathverse Let It Die, which is coming out spring 2022. And pretty much this is a battle royale type game. So if you like battle royale type games, then check this one out. Probably one of the weirdest ones of this. We Are OFK. This is a like 5-episode video game that chronicles the journey of this indie band. It's a real life band, and pretty much this game is basically the band coming together. That's going to be released in 2022. Okay. Little strange, but okay. Bugsnax, we found out that they are getting a free update. They're getting a free update called Isle of the Big Snacks. And yeah, you can imagine there's going to be big Bugsnax there. And that's going to be out the first quarter of 2022. So from January to March 2022. That's when that's going to be out. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach got a release date for that, which is December 16th. And Five Nights at Freddy, if you like the series, you're probably going to like this game. Me personally, I don't like horror-based games, so I'm definitely not going to be picking this one up, but it does look interesting. Death's Door. This is done by Revolver. This is a top-down game. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be decent. That's coming out November 23rd, so that's coming out in less than a month. Kart Rider Drift, of course, a kart racer type game. If you like kart racers, yeah, probably check this one out. The beta for Kena Fighters 15 is going to start November 19th in some areas, November 20th in others. So make sure you have the date right for when that beta is going to be coming to your area if you're interested in taking a look at that. And it will be out February 14th. Now, keep in mind, February is the loaded month in terms of games. I mean, now you have this, you have Sifu, you have Horizon Forbidden West. I think Dying Light 2 is in there as well. Just a really good month for video games. And King of Fighters is another one that's in there. So yeah, if you're a King of Fighters fan and you want to check out the beta, make sure you have the date right. And yeah, check it out. First Class Trouble. Now, this is going to be a PlayStation Plus game. So for PlayStation Plus members, they get a certain number of free games a month. And this is going to be one of them. Now, what this game is, it's kind of like Among Us, where you're trying to pretty much survive, but you're also trying to figure out who's trying to sabotage you. And if you choose wrong, well, you're done. Well, you're done. That's pretty much it. So First Class Trouble definitely looks like a game that would be better played with friends than with strangers, but we'll see what happens. We got a trailer for a new Star Ocean game. Now, we haven't had a Star Ocean game since 2016 with Integrity and Faithlessness, and that didn't do too well critically. I'm not sure about the sales, but I just saw it didn't do too well critically. So we'll see what happens with this game. Again, haven't gotten a new one since 2016. That's going to be coming 2022. And finally, we got an update for Little Devil Inside. We got some gameplay for the game, and we saw how you're going to be traveling. Little Devil Inside, it really looks like an interesting game, and I don't know if I'll be picking this one up. Seems a little too strange for me. Seems a little too different, but we'll see. Do not have a release date, but that's supposed to be coming out 2022. This was a game, I think it was supposed to be out this year, but of course, with everything that's been going on, it got delayed. As for the state of play as a whole, I'm going to give it a C-. And again, it's a little disappointing, but you know what? With these state of plays, you're going to get some disappointments. You're going to get some gold. This just happened to be a disappointment. All right, guys, that was a gaming news for this week. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what topics you want to see us cover on the Off Hunting podcast. Let us know what type of videos you want to see us do, and we will see you next time.